Every day, migrants risk death from a number of dangers, and that is why a group of faith-based leaders in Madison is coming together in hopes of improving our current immigration system. Today, Wisconsin Faith Voices for Justice and the Dane County Sanctuary Coalition released a letter signed by more than 130 clergy and people of faith. Right now, migrants can face dangers like exposure to excessive heat or cold, drowning from trying to cross rivers, falls from the border wall, and detention center disasters. The letter from clergy calls on our elected officials to create a more just and humane immigration system.
Our immigration system is designed to be as cruel, as heartless, as inhumane as possible in order to deter people from attempting to enter this country.
Other speakers at the event included officials from Voces de la Frontera and numerous reverends from churches across the Madison area.